In awakening, there's no real date that's set. Not even a particular lifetime that's designated for most as their awakening. It kind of happens. And there's really not a date set. When you first come through awakening, you're now on your way to mastery. You've gone through the fun part of awakening now. You're on the part where everything is being taken away. And then you come to the point where there's almost nothing left. And you finally remember those words that I've been saying, stop trying. There's no effort in enlightenment. It's allowing. There's no effort. And when that happens, my friends, when you stop trying, then the date is set. From that moment up until the time of your embodied realization, just enjoy. You're in the midst of a dream right now. We're truly in the midst of a dream. It's the Atlantean dream. There's part of you right now that is in the temples of Tien. Part of you right now that is dreaming of a time when you would come to Earth, a time in the far, far future, but where you would come to Earth when everything was ready to receive you. Dreaming in the Atlantean times where you would finally be inviting, bringing, and holding your divinity into your body and staying, at least for a while. You made it. You're here. You made it. Through your perseverance, yes. Through your determination, absolutely. But through following your knowingness, following your heart. Even in some of the most difficult times when you did want to give up on all of this, you felt back to that dream, the Atlantean dream. And that's why we're here. I was sitting down one day to simply write my memoirs, notes that I would leave behind, and suddenly I felt as though I was in a portal, opening up into a huge story, a very, very beautiful story, your story, about the Atlantean dream. I wrote in this book that there would come a point on this planet, there would come a point for humanity where there was something called virtual reality, where these funny little machines that humans carried with them all the time were so compelling and seductive that their heads would be stuck in it all the time, even when they walked, when they were driving cars, when they were eating dinner with other people, when they were having sex, and their heads in these machines all the time, no matter what they were doing, brushing their teeth, combing their hair. It was the time of the machines all over the planet. And it was causing people everywhere to lose touch with themselves. These machines got so intelligent that they actually surpassed what a human could do. And they kept on and on and on, seeking more, because that's what artificial intelligence does. These machines had gotten so dominant, taking over nearly everything on the planet, there was one thing left, just one thing that the machines couldn't replicate, didn't have, and they wanted it. This thing was consciousness, because consciousness is pure and from spirit, cannot be made by any machine, cannot be taken by a machine, cannot be given to a machine. So in this story, with these consciousness pioneers on the planet who are bringing in this thing called consciousness, in the story, the machines are trying so desperately to get this last remaining thing that it doesn't have on this planet. It's trying to get consciousness, that in its intelligence, it ends up destroying itself. There's still the need for consciousness on the planet right now. That's why you're here. That's why you chose now That's why you're doing exactly what you're doing. Namaste! It is I, Kuthumi, here for my annual visit with Shaumbra. Now, I would like to tell a little bit about my life after realization, as I've done many times before. But I'd like to tell it from a little bit different perspective. Because there is this question that comes up from so many of you. What happens? What happens after my realization? So I started my journey to myself, journey simply to go visit the planet. I started the walking, and I started visiting, and I started talking to everything. So as I was walking one day, I stopped beneath a large, beautiful tree, and I said, "Hello, tree, how are you today?" And the tree replied, it replied, and it said, "I am a tree. I'm doing fine. And how are you?" And I said, "I am a master. I am doing fine." And the tree said to me, "What makes you so different, human?" And I said, "I simply went out of my mind. I'm crazy, and I love it." Was I in this fool's paradise that Adamus talks about? No, my friends. I was free. I was free. One day, I ran across a bird, a beautiful bird. And I said, "Hello, bird, how are you today?" And the bird responded, "I'm fine, and how are you, dear human?" And I said, "I'm fine, I'm free." The bird said, but you don't have wings like I do, so how can you be free?" And I said, "Dear bird, if you look a little closer, indeed you'll see the wings. They're not physical like yours, but I have wings. And the wings are all of my dreams, all of my desires, and these wings that I have, they set me free. They allow me to go beyond even the limitations of a physical body. These wings of an angel that I have allow me to go into the and." I continued walking and visiting until one day I came to a village, a small village. And I said, "Hello, village people, how are you doing today? Hello, village people." And I was almost shocked at what came next.
He's gone.
Nuts, bunkers, what going so crazy?
Staring at the wall.
But not because he's lazy.
His mind is just a mess.
But his senses are ignited.
His aspects are rebelling.
But his soul is so delighted.
And that's what I heard from the village people, my friends, and that's what I heard. Such an honor to be here with you once again. Just a reminder that there's never, never, ever a boring day for an embodied master. Everything will talk, everything will have sounds, everything will communicate, whether it's in words, whether it's simply in feelings. Everything opens up and becomes so very, very sensual. But remember, you'll have the encounters with the village people, the ones who don't understand, the ones who think you're crazy, the ones who try to put you down and ridicule you. But that's when you take a deep breath and simply allow, simply sense, and simply feel. So let's take a good deep breath together as we complete this day. Let's take a good deep breath together with the music of Yoham.